Hello, fabulous friends and fans. Welcome to your 2013 annual horoscope special. Yes, it is 2013 already, and we have entered the new age that the Mayans had predicted. So right at the end of 2012, we ended one phase of humanity and now have begun the very slow process of moving more and more towards a greater understanding of unity consciousness. And the universe is doing everything it can to support this endeavor and to support this beginning. This year, two big celestial events are going to characterize much of the year. One continues from last year, which is the square between Uranus and Pluto. Uranus in Aries saying, I want freedom, I want independence, and Pluto saying, structure. You got to look at the structure and try to make those two fit, even when sometimes they seem that they don't. The other big celestial event taking place is a grand trine in water. A bunch of power players in the sky are getting together, communicating back to back all year long. And this denotes a time of rising compassion and an awareness of our interconnection. If you'd like to know more about these big events and how they're going to speak to all of us as a collective, you can click on the link that'll take you to my website. It will be a fantastic year. It will be a fabulous year. Enjoy. Hello, fabulous Leo. Thank you for being here. 2013 for you is largely understated, and there is a financial aspect to this as well. But before I really get into 2013, I know I'm jumping ahead here a little bit, but 2014, that's the really big year for you. That's when huge changes are happening. Lots of things in your external environment begin to look very, very different. And there is this sweeping change happening through all of your life. So that's something that you can sort of put in the back of your mind that you have to look forward to, because this year, it's largely about trust. It's largely about being still. It's largely about seeing who your friends are, who supports you, and then feeling that love and feeling that gratitude and letting your energy shift as you forgive more deeply than you knew that you needed to. So this isn't terribly glamorous when I talk about forgiveness, but it is something that needs to happen in order to free you to move on. Because such huge rewards are coming further down the road, the best way that you could use this year is to make it your mantra, I trust. And trust the universe, trust yourself. You know what you need to do in order to bring about opportunity for yourself. And there is absolutely opportunity out there, especially where it comes to finances. Now, what's really interesting about finances is there seems to be a certain ungraspable quality, is the best way I can put it, where it comes to your finances. And this isn't really necessarily your paycheck, because it looks like on a paycheck level, you are fine. There's no issue there. But when I look at it from a little bit of a bigger perspective, I look at it in terms of the benefits that you're getting, in terms of who you are sharing resources with. There is a need for you to develop greater autonomy where it comes to all of that. And as much as there is, and within you with your sign being so generous, as much as there is a spirit of generosity all around you and a desire to give and a desire to share even more, there is a need for you to understand that fine balance between enabling and actually helping somebody. That fine balance between knowing when sharing is healthy and it's reciprocal and you can feel like a circle, right? You can feel the energy going back and forth and you're getting as much as you are giving, and feeling like you are being drained. So these are the big lessons. They have to do with resources, they have to do with energy, and they have to do with understanding that the things that you think last forever, they really don't, right? So much of our world, well, it's been said, it's called Maya, the illusion, right? All of our world is ultimately an illusion. The only thing that exists is spirit. Now, having said that, that doesn't mean that what is here in the world isn't important and isn't a representation of those deeper things happening on a spiritual level. And so I would invite you to consider and to ask yourself at key moments throughout the year, if you feel that you are getting back in return what it is that you are giving. Now, whether that's to a person or an organization or to the universe. And then within that question is another sub-question, which is there a way that you could give the thing that you feel is being withheld from you? Now, these questions may seem opposed and they may seem to cancel each other out, but they really don't. Because there is a balance between you knowing what it means to care for yourself and honor yourself on many, many different levels, and for you to understand that whatever it is that you give ultimately does come back to you. Now, these topics are, for the most part, quite ephemeral, right? They're quite esoteric, and as such, they don't seem to be as active, but they're important nonetheless. They're working with you on an energetic level and preparing your energy for even bigger changes down the road. In the middle of the year, though, I've got to say, as I said, finances is an important part of this year. In the middle of the year, there is some adjustments taking place in the workplace, and you understanding what it is that you want to do for work, what you're willing to do, what's worth doing for the money, and what it is that you feel you actually want your day-to-day reality to look like. And so as you are facing this interesting workplace situation, remember the deeper lesson, because ultimately that's what it's about. And remember also that sometimes you've got to remember this, and I know that this can be a little scary for a fixed sign like you, but really, you have more than enough, and you will be very well provided for. But sometimes the universe does need to create space. It's going to ask you at certain key moments throughout the year, and especially in the month of July and as you head into August, you are going to be asked to let go of something so that you can create space for something better and new and fantastic and fabulous to find you. But there's that moment, between the time that you actually let go and the time when you've actually grasped something new. There's this moment where it seems like your hands are up in the air. And they're really not. It is something as part of the universe making these adjustments to help you adjust on a heart level, on a spirit level, internally, but also to help your life adjust so that you can slowly, slowly move towards a more inspired future, towards a more prosperous future and a happier future. There's lots of happiness, lots of joy to be had, lots of changes to be had this year, but it's nothing like the really big launch that is going to come in 2014. Use this time well, and 2014 will be even greater because of the effort and the clarity you bring and the gratitude you bring now. Thank you for watching. Be fabulous and enjoy.